Welcome, subscribers and guests. You're listening to DoublePlusMedia News. Let's go. The Epic Times. Researcher calls out censorship after journal pulls COVID-19 vaccine adverse events analysis. Jessica Rose started to analyze data on adverse reactions after COVID-19 vaccines simply as an exercise to master a new piece of software. In her analysis, VAERS reports went through the roof. By January 7th, there were over 1 million reports, including more than 21,000 deaths. Other notable issues include 11,000 heart attacks, nearly 13,000 cases of Bell's palsy, and over 25,000 cases of myocarditis or pericarditis. Commentary. So VAERS stands for Vaccine Adverse Event Reporting System, and their data is almost never cited when discussing vaccines. Vaccines can cause adverse reaction, allergic reaction for instance, even death. You're dead. And some of this might be attributable to not aspirating the needle, and leaving out this discussion only adds strength to the position of the anti-vax. These numbers are disputed, some claiming they are less, while others note they may be underreported. And then you have people who have had COVID and are better now, being told to risk themselves again for immunity they already have. You're dead. CNBC. Mortgage rates jump again, causing headaches for homebuyers. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate is now at the highest level since April 2020. Rates are closing in on a full percentage point gain from a year ago. Quote, some lenders will be at 3.625%, but many are already up to 3.75%, unquote, said Matthew Graham, COO of Mortgage News Daily. Commentary. I think for a lot of people this is a good thing. The housing market is in a massive bubble right now. Maybe raising rates will tip the tide. Pop. Routers. Mild COVID cases still lead to attention and memory issues. People with mild COVID-19 who do not suffer any other traditional quote-unquote long COVID symptoms can still exhibit deteriorated attention and memory 6 to 9 months after infection. A study by Britain's Oxford University has found cognitive issues impacting concentration levels along with forgetfulness and fatigue are features of long COVID, a condition that afflicts some after the initial bout of infection, but it has not been established how widespread issues with attention span might be following COVID-19 infection. Commentary. Hey, you gonna remember that? Do I have your attention here? Pop. MedicalExpress.com. Nearly half of Americans gain weight in pandemic's first year. Nearly half of U.S. adults piled on excessive pounds during the first year of the pandemic, making a national obesity crisis even worse. Quote, obesity was an epidemic before the pandemic, and little was known on body weight changes in the past year for adult Americans, unquote, said lead researcher Jagdish Kabchandani, a public health professor at New Mexico State University. Quote, we wanted to estimate weight changes in the U.S. population and its determinants after the first year of the pandemic, unquote. To do that, Kabchandani and his colleagues surveyed more than 3,400 adults and found that 48% said they had gained weight during the first 12 months of the pandemic, March 2020 to April 2021. Commentary. I wonder why these people staying home and unable to do anything besides eat gained weight. We went wrong by taking the mask off between bites. Pop. WMFE.org. The Florida Department of Health medical doctor has been put on leave for encouraging his own staff to get vaccinated. Orange County's Dr. Raul Pino and Mayor Jerry Demings briefed the media Monday as the country's cases and positivity rate continues to climb. The Florida Department of Health medical director that oversees areas of Orange County, including Orlando, has been put on leave for encouraging his own staff to get vaccinated. Orange County Medical Director Dr. Paul Pino wrote an email to staff on January 4th encouraging them to get vaccinated and boosted for COVID-19. In it, he wrote, quote, I have a hard time understanding how we can be in public health and not practice it, unquote. After sending the email, he was placed on administrative leave. The Florida Department of Health has confirmed Pino was put on leave because, quote, the decision to get vaccinated is a personal choice that should be free from coercion and mandates from employers, unquote. Commentary. I mean, once you're told that it's a personal choice, why are you sending emails as their boss encouraging vaccination and boosters? They made their choice. They're adults. Now, how did this email get leaked? This person was not liked to begin with. Maybe they can switch to a federal office? Lefty. ABC News. U.S. to let teens drive big rigs in test program to help ease supply chain shortage. The federal government is moving forward with a plan to let teenagers drive big rigs from state to state in a test program. Currently, truckers who cross state lines must be at least 21 years old, but an apprenticeship program required by Congress to help ease supply chain backlogs would let 18 to 20-year-old truckers drive outside their home state. The pilot program detailed Thursday it is a proposed regulation from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration would screen the teens, barring any with driving while impaired violations or traffic tickets for causing a crash. But safety advocates say the program runs counter to data showing that younger drivers get in more crashes than older ones. They say it's unwise to let teenage drivers be responsible for rigs that can weigh 80 tons and cause catastrophic damage when they hit lighter vehicles. Commentary. Great, an 18-year-old driving 80 tons. Hope nothing goes wrong. Same time, vaccine mandates for experienced truck drivers that are alone while they work. Genius. NBC. Starbucks nixes vaccine mandate after Supreme Court ruling. Starbucks is no longer requiring its U.S. workers to be vaccinated against COVID-19, reversing a policy it announced earlier this month. In a memo sent Tuesday to employees, the Seattle coffee giant said it was responding to last week's ruling by the U.S. Supreme Court. In a 6-3 vote, the court rejected the Biden administration's plan to require vaccines or regular COVID testing at companies with more than 100 workers. Commentary. Haha, Starbucks will fold any way they are told to. However, egg bites, baby. Genius. Thanks for listening, and a double plus thanks for likes, comments, and subscribers.